Welcome to another interesting recipe by Cutting Edge.
If you're a beef lover and you haven't tried smoking a chuck roast, I'll show you how to do it.
Follow our recipe and you're gonna get a meat so tender and juicy that melts in your mouth.
Stay tuned. I have here a beautiful chuck eye roll black angus that I was intending to cook it whole, but then my trusted sidekick, she suggested that we split it in two chuck roasts and then we do them two different ways to compare which one we like the best. So let's split this down the middle. Big piece of meat here. But as you see, the chuck consists of different muscles and is quite loose in texture. So now what we want to do is we want to tie it up with butcher's twine, each of them, so they can cook evenly when we get them on the smoker. Couple of butcher's nuts here, and that would be good. One more. Now they're nice and tight, so now it's time to apply some rub. We are going to do the one Texas style salt and pepper, plain old school barbecue. The other one we're going to do my favorite barbecue rub, which is salt, pepper, cumin, chipotle, cayenne, garlic powder in equal amounts.
Oh my.
As you can see, we have two different sizes here. And since I'm the one that likes the spices best, we'll do the small one, the spicy. And
I want the big one to be the plain one, please.
That's okay. But don't forget, this is a big piece of meat, so you can apply quite a lot of rub on it when you're doing this. Don't forget to pat it in so that it adheres to the surface. I could apply a binder like mustard or olive oil or stuff like this, but I prefer to let the salt just pull out some moisture and then it will set the rub on its own. And to the second one, our spicy mixture here. Actually, I didn't add paprika this time as I usually do because I wanted to try with a mixture of cayenne and chipotle.
That already stinks. Of all the garlic you put there.
Well, it's gonna taste good.
Let's see. There is a competition tonight.
That's true. The rub has set, so now it's time to get them on the barbecue. I'm gonna put them here on the smoker. Start with the big one. I'm putting that down at the end of the grill because I know this end of the grill is a little bit warmer, so that will cook more evenly with the other one. I'm going to put temperature probe into the center so I can keep an eye on temperature. Put the other one here in the middle and also a temperature probe in that. There we go. In with the cable. And now we let them go there about an hour before we check in on them. An hour in, and sorry, I forgot to tell you the setup that we are running here. In the hopper today, we have mesquite pellets, which gives a heavy smoke flavor because we are cooking big chunks of beef. So let's have a look and see how we're doing. They are picking up good smoke color, look at that. They're getting a little bit dry on the surface. So I'm gonna spray them with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, 50-50, to give them a little bit of moisture on the surface. Like that. And then we let them go another hour before we check in again. Here we are at the 3-hour mark. Let's have a look and see how we're doing. They're picking up some good smoke. Look at that. That's good bark on both of them. But we need to spritz them now, which by the way we also did at the 2-hour mark, just to keep the surface moist and let the bark develop. And let's just check also our internal temperature. Let me see where we are. We are up at 58 degrees right now. And that means that half an hour, 45 minutes, we will reach maybe 65 to 70, and that's then the time to wrap them. 4 hours in, and we have hit a core temperature of 65 degrees. So now it's time to get them out and get them wrapped. We're going to do this so we don't start rendering the fat while they are uncovered. We want to save that fat to make a nice sauce when we are finished. Let's get them over here. Kind of heavy. They're looking good. Look at that. That smoke color, that bark. That's just fantastic. Now, we're gonna put them in a foil pan. And then we're gonna add a little bit of beef broth to each. I'm not gonna use all of it, but we're gonna add so we get some nice gravy when we start rendering out the fat of the two roasts. There we go. That's looking good. Let's cover that up with foil. And let's get them back to the smoker. There we go. Get them on like that. Put in probe in the middle. And one over here. And now we're going to crank up the temperature. We've been cooking now at 120 degrees. Now we're going to crank it up to, let's say, 140. Because after we cover them, we're not going to dry them out. They're going to start rendering out the fat. Now we've reached an internal temperature of 97, 98 degrees, and we've been 7 hours cooking. But what I'm looking for here is probe tenderness. This is like butter. That's what you want. Now we're ready to take these out. Here. And now we're going to let these rest for half an hour to an hour before we check how we're done. Time to open. Let's have a look here. That is the Texas style salt and pepper. And we have the barbecue rub.
They smell delicious, both of them.
Smell very good, actually. Let's see to get that out of here. And trust me, that gravy down there, that's going to do wonders on this. But first, let's get them on the cutting boards. This. And then we have to cut the strings so we don't destroy the nice bark that we built. Let's give this a cut and see how it looks on the inside. And look at that. Look at that smoke ring. If that ain't beautiful, I don't know what is. It's absolutely amazing. Now, let's cut a piece here so we can give it a taste. Let me try. Beautiful smoke flavor, really, really tender. Excellent chuck roast, excellent. Let's cut the second one and see how we did on that one. I mean, equally beautiful on the smoke ring. And then let me cut a couple of pieces here. And then I will do the first taste.
Which one is better?
Well, I like the spicy one better. But now it's going to be up to you. You have to test them and tell us what you like.
Only 8 hours later. Let's see if it was worth it at least. This is the spicy one.
That's the spicy one. I'll take a tester again just to verify.
Oh my. It falls apart in your mouth. It's excellent. Let me see the simple one. I like them both. They're very good. Actually, you put a lot of pepper here because that's also spicy. What did you do?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Okay, it's just salt and pepper 50-50, okay? It's not anything crazy, but they're both very good, and it's not overpowering with the spices over here because it's a big chunk of meat, so it can take a lot of
Yeah, I thought with all the
seasoning.
garlic you put and everything, it would be too strong. No, it's excellent. They're both fantastic, above and beyond.
So give it a try, and You can do this on any cooker you have on the barbecue. It can be a bullet smoker, it can be a vapor kettle, it can be whatever. But most predominantly, click down below, subscribe, give us a like, and tell us what you want to see in another episode.
Who's your cook?